Hey everyone, this is OKCoyote, and welcome to my Magic the Gathering December Pack-A-Day Challenge for December 16th. Today's pack is Theros. For those of you who don't know what I'm doing, I have 31 packs of Magic. I am opening one pack every day in December. They're all different, so 31 packs, 31 days, 31 all different packs. Why am I doing this? Just because I feel like it. So, yep, I want to open some packs, thought I would record them. So here we are. As I mentioned, this pack is Theros, the land of gods and monsters, presumably. I've never been there. So I don't know for sure. I was not playing when this set came out. I was on a break, so not entirely sure, except for gods and lots of enchantments and stuff. Not exactly sure what is in this set, but we're going to find out what's in this pack together. So let's get into it right now. Okay, first card up is what they call a banger in the business, I think. I know this one. This is a good one. Gray Merchant of Asphadel. I believe some people call him Gary. Anyway, yeah, he's 3 black for a 2/4 zombie. When Gray Merchant of Asphadel enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life, where X is your devotion to black. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. So as a reminder, it does tell you on here, each black mana in the mana costs of permanents you control counts toward your devotion to black. So however many mana symbols you have in play on mana cost on cards, that's your devotion. Even if you have nothing else in play, he counts himself. So you have a devotion of at least 2. So at worst, this is a 5 mana, 2/4, drain your opponent for 2, you gain the 2. So pretty good. And, assuming you're going to have other black permanents on the battlefield when you play this, this can be a seriously scary card. This is great. This is a common. Okay, it's a good first pick. Good first card, I should say. Next up, we have the Prescient Chimera. 3 blue for a 3/4 Chimera. It has flying, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, scry 1. Sure, it's a great card. Reminds me of like an air elemental, a little smaller, but with the scry effect. Yeah, it's very nice. I like a good mid-sized flying creature. Got 2 nice looking cards so far. I would not be disappointed drafting either of those. Anyway, next up is the Cetessan Griffin. This is 4 and a white for a 3/2 Griffin. It has flying, and you can pay 2 green. Cetessan Griffin gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. So 3/2 flying for 5. You can pay, if you're playing green, you can make it a 5/4. Yeah, if you happen to already, I wouldn't draft this very highly. If you happen to be already in white-green, this would be pretty good. Generally, it's not going to be a very high pick because it's usually just going to be a 3/2 for 5 mana. Even with flying, this is kind of weak. Disciple of Phoenix. 2 black for a 1/3 human cleric. When Disciple of Phoenix enters the battlefield, target player reveals a number of cards from his or her hand equal to your devotion to black. You choose one of them. That player discards that card. Okay, that's kind of cool. A little expensive for a duress or a discard style effect. It's not duress, you can get any card, but more powerful, obviously, the more cards out, you can, if you have enough, you can basically look at their whole hand and pick a card. That's not the point. The point is it's still one card, so it's not too strong on its own. However, if I had, seeing this in the pack with the Gray Merchant, I would take the Gray Merchant, and I would hope that this would come around because it would complement the Merchant very nicely. But not an early pick for me otherwise. Feral Invocation, 2 and a green for an enchantment aura with flash. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. So this is a lot weaker than a giant growth, but it is a combat trick, and it is an enchantment because in Theros, enchantments matter a bit more than instants and sorceries, so they have some aura cards, some enchantments that kind of do things like this. They have effects that are similar to what you would normally play on an instant or sorcery. So yep, that's why that's here. But it's 3 mana for this effect's a little expensive. It's not too great. Yes, there's flash. Yes, it sticks around. But yeah, I don't know. Thassa's Bounty. 5 and a blue for a sorcery. Draw 3 cards. Target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Okay. So draw 3 and mill 3, or draw 3 and make a player mill 3. Kind of nice. I don't like the 6 mana cost, but, if it's in your deck, you're late game, it will refill your hand, I guess. But I don't like it. I don't like the mana cost on it. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing to you, the viewer, for not liking a card. But yeah, I don't. Lagona Band Elder. 2 and a white for a 3/2 Centaur Advisor. When Lagona Band Elder enters the battlefield, if you control an enchantment, you gain 3 life. Not bad. 3/2 for 3 is decent, and if you happen to get the life gain, even better. And you generally will, because you're playing Theros and you have enchantments. Priest of Erebos. 1 red mana for a 1/1 human cleric. Pay 3 and a white and sacrifice Priest of Erebos to destroy target enchantment. Yeah, like the Griffin, this is not a very strong card. Even if you're playing red-white, I don't feel this is very strong. Just to get rid of an enchantment. Targeted enchantment removal is usually a bit easier to do. Maybe it's tougher to do in Theros, where there are so many enchantments running around, and maybe you need something like this, but I don't, without having seen the whole set, I don't feel it's worth it. Fade into Antiquity. And right there is a cheaper way to get rid of an enchantment. 2 and a green for a sorcery. Exile target artifact or enchantment. So yeah, there you go. 3 mana. Get rid of an enchantment. Get rid of it completely out of the game. Usually this is like a last pick or sideboard card, and I think it still is. Again, it depends how strong enchantments ended up being in Theros. That bumps it up a little bit. But, it's one of those cards they have to make, and you won't main deck this, but it will see play. Returned Centaur. 3 and a black for a 2/4 zombie centaur. When Returned Centaur enters the battlefield, target player puts the top 4 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Again, going with that mill theme. You can mill yourself, or you can mill an opponent. And I haven't seen too much in this set yet to know why I'm putting all these cards into graveyards, but I suppose if you've got something to play off of this, this could be a good card. Otherwise, it's not a high pick. Moving into the uncommons now, we have Ordeal of Erebos. 1 and a black for an enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then, if it has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, sacrifice Ordeal of Erebos. When you sacrifice Ordeal of Erebos, target player discards 2 cards. I like this. I mean, I, I don't know how strong it is, but I like the effect. Flavor-wise, I think it's very creative. So you put this on a creature, the creature gets bigger and it gets bigger and it gets bigger, and then this goes away, and your opponent discards some cards. The creature stays big, though. It does keep the counter, so that's nice. So eventually, you get a +3/+3 out of it, and 2 discards from your opponent. Again, though, it's pretty slow, and your opponent sees it coming and can plan for it. Maybe they'll dump their hand or something. So yeah, I don't know that it's that great, but it's interesting. We have another ordeal, the Ordeal of Nylia. 1 and a green, enchantment aura, enchant creature. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then, if it has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, sacrifice Ordeal of Nylia. So that's so far the same as the other card. When you sacrifice Ordeal of Nylia, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Again, this one's a little better. It's cheaper, at least. No, it's not. Same cost. Sorry, 2 mana. Yeah, again, it's kind of slow. It's got a neat little reward at the end, but I don't know. I mean, hopefully you've ramped enough 3 turns later that you're not gonna need those 2 lands by that point. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of these ordeals. Thassa's Emissary. This is 3 and a blue for a 3/3 enchantment creature, crab. It has Bestow for 5 and a blue. If you cast this card for its Bestow cost, it's an aura spell with enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if it's not attached to a creature. Whenever Thassa's Emissary or enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3. So, you can play it as a 3/3 for 4. Or you can play it as a +3/+3 aura for 6. And if the creature dies that it's attached to, it falls off and becomes a 3/3. So this is kind of cool. It's one way they tried to make auras better. What if the aura survives the creature dying and becomes a creature in its own right? So that's what this is. Yeah, I like it. That's a neat ability. Before we get to the rare, let's look at the rest of the pack. Not much to tell here. I don't have a token in this pack, just an advertisement card for Magic 2014, which was an old Android game, apparently. Oh, Android, Steam. Okay, I probably have this. It was probably bad because it was way before Arena came out. And we have a forest as our basic land, so that's in there. And now we get to the rare, and it is Gift of Immortality. 2 and a white for an enchantment aura, enchant creature. When enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Return Gift of Immortality to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step. So this will bring your best creature back if it dies, and the enchantment itself will come back as well if the creature manages to survive the turn that happens. So pretty neat. Is it powerful? I don't know. It's freaking cool. It's fun. I would take this pretty high, and I would play with it. I would have some fun. But I don't believe it's a first pick in this pack. This pack, I think my first pick is going to be good old Gary here, the Gray Merchant. That's just a pretty neat card. And I would have fun working a Black Devotion deck with that guy. So, yeah, I think that would be my first pick in this particular pack. So there you go. That's the end of the Theros pack. Don't forget to like this video if you liked this video. You can also subscribe to my channel, and you can follow me over on Twitter at OKCoyote. That's going to do it for this pack. We will see you tomorrow with another pack. Thanks. Bye.